We were often writing songs about history. So now we had to think about, well, what songs are we going to write for history? It just so happened Tom came home from work one day, and one of his boys, who was in middle school, happened to be studying the spice trade.
Yeah, interestingly, my son actually went to the same middle school as Tom's kids. His curriculum, turns out, much to my surprise, was a little different, as he was studying the Spice Channel.
And he did
Your
get
kids
an education.
too? Yeah, and he did get an education and a 6-7 month timeout. Yeah.
So Tom comes to me and says, hey, Randy, we should do a song on the spice trade. And I said, Tom, I don't know anything about the spice trade.
Well, of course you don't. Your last name isn't McCormick. I mean, honestly, and then I get a little tweaked about this.
I felt that way too.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, our friend Randy, 8 million Emmys, super talented, and you know, it's one thing to be charged with a responsibility, but the spice trade. Okay, let me tell you what this guy had to do. I get a little. Randy had to get up early in his Hollywood home, 11:15, 11:45. Sober up. Take a shower, get into his car, and drive to a separate building in which were housed books. I called a library. And then he had to go in to find all this information about the spice trade and subject those zillion-dollar fingers to a card file?
Card catalog.
With God knows what kinds of little germs and paper cuts and... Randy, you tell him, I can't.
What he's trying to tell you kids is we didn't have Wikipedia back then. We didn't have Google. We hardly had the internet. So yes, I did have to go to the library, and I had to look at the microfiche.
Oh, you know, when Pinky hugged microfiche, he thought they meant minnows.
No. So what can I tell you? This is what I learned about the spice trade. The history of spice is the history of ice and of civilizations long past, when they had buildings and bridges with no freezers or fridges, and food would go bad pretty fast. So they piled on the spice, and that made it taste nice, which resulted in something quite strange. It's hard to believe, but since Adam and Eve, our taste buds caused history to change. The Babylonians, the Greeks, and the Romans, and the Greeks, and the food made it awful and bland. But there was something called spice, made yourself it taste nice. You find it in a faraway land. So the people started searching through Iraq and Iran, across through Malaysia, Indonesia, Japan. The age of exploration began because the people wanted pepper on their food. Oh yeah, the people wanted pepper on their food. Well, the centuries passed, population grew fast because of that economy's grew. Everybody wanted spice, they were raising the price. The people didn't like it, it's true. Like Attila the Hun, who got angry and sore when he reached for the pepper, but there wasn't no more. He jumped right up and said, "Going to war because I got to have pepper on my food." That's right, Attila wants pepper on his food. Nutmeg, ginger, mace, and lime, parsley, sage, rosemary, thyme, bay leaf, clove, and just a little hint of the sugar, rum, and caraway, and cinnamon mint. Well, Columbus set sail, he's gonna blaze a new trail, the place where spice is found. But he was rubbing his eyes because he got a surprise when he collided with a chunk of new ground. He was looking for spice, so he crossed the sea and found a continent instead of where the Indies should be. So America was actually discovered, you see, because he went to get pepper on his food. Oh yeah, Columbus wanted pepper on his food. Saffron, salt, radicchio weed, garlic, curry, poppy seed, fennel, basil, tarragon, still, there's oregano and juniper and sesame dill. Well, history tells us the spice trade grows. The worldwide economy works. All the Indians, Phoenicians, and the Romans, and the Grecians, and the Arabs, and the Ottoman Turks. So it really isn't hard to be a straight A whiz when you wonder what to answer on your history quiz. Remember that the world's the way that it is because the people wanted pepper on their sugar and spice and everything nice. The people wanted pepper, and I'd rather be a leper than to go without my pepper. Oh, give me pepper, give me pepper. I gotta have pepper on my hot
He did it.